It's happening live from the road. I'm excited because we've come to the final lesson of our semester. This is the first semester in 2024, and this is NGO Radio Terra's free lessons for all ages and all levels. I'm Ekushionist, and this has been a true pleasure being able to expound upon some of my favorite concepts through my experience as a drummer and a professional musician has been one of the great callings. I continue to enjoy disseminating information everywhere I go. So I'm doing it here on the road in Martinique. Sometimes we have to do that. We have to improvise our studios and our situations just to make sure that we get our job done. And that's sort of part of what I'm talking about today is some drumming philosophies, some do's and don'ts. And I'm gonna be recapping some of my most important pieces of information for you right here, right now. So let's get into it. One of the things that I want to discuss is grip. Something that we need to recap on is this exercise that I like to do while I'm sitting watching TV by the poolside, on the beach, warming up backstage, which is to put the stick in your hand and then put about 1.5 to 2 inches in the back of the stick, coming out your hand. And then as we hold the stick, we're gonna release our thumb, pointer finger, and middle finger, just like this, while we clutch the stick with our pinky and our ring. And we're literally just gonna toss the stick back and forth gently into this web of our hand right here. So the stick needs to be held here, and then you toss it forward like a karate chop, like, yeah. All right? But your fingers are out like this. And the reason why your fingers are out is so that we can just exercise these fingers and exercise the strength of their grippage. So we just go like that. And that's all it is. This is all this exercise is. You can sit and watch TV while you're doing it. You can be at the beach, you can have a conversation, you can warm up backstage. But this is a really, really great exercise. And why do we use this exercise, you say? Well, because playing from the back of your hand, AKA this, is the correct technique. Playing from the front of your hand like this is not the correct technique. I do want to add, when you're playing single stroke rolls, you're going to be playing more from the back of your hand, with your pointer finger kind of hanging off the front of the stick because it's not activated right now. These fingers don't be used that much when you're doing a single stroke roll. Okay, then when you come to the front of when you come to a double stroke roll, you're gonna activate these pointer fingers because they need to grip the stick as well for a double stroke. So, single stroke from the back of the hand, double stroke from the front of the hand, and when you go back to playing a groove, go back to the back of the hand. So let's talk about rudiments for a second. We went over some rudiments. We talked about the triplet, the double stroke roll, the single stroke roll, and all the paradiddles. So let's go through those right now. Single stroke roll, right, left, right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Notice how I'm coming from the back of my hand. It doesn't look like this, it looks like this. Double stroke, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Triplet, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Paradiddle, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Double paradiddle, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, 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 right. Then triple paradiddle, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, 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 right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. Now, one thing that can really, really help your single strokes gain power is by playing fast double paradiddles, because there's 2 single strokes and then there's a series of double strokes after that. And going back and forth between the larger muscles and the smaller muscles is what gets that strength up, is what gets the conditioning up. So right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, or left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. Just like that. Let's recap these two concepts, time and pocket. Time is the science of being able to play with a metronome and consistently play your groove in time with the rest of the band through time. Pocket is the collective agreement of where your groove sits with everybody else's and your consistency within that. That includes velocity, volume, texture, right? These things all involve what your pocket feels like. Theoretically, if you're in the pocket, you're in time, but it's not always the case. The feel is the emotional, spiritual essence of the way your pocket feels because of how good your time is. If that makes sense. We're going to put on the metronome and I'm going to show you how I feel time and how I approach keeping time. Okay, so the metronome is on. We have a stick here. This stick represents the entire beat. So right. We're going through time. The center of the beat represents the center of the stick represents the center of my beat. The back of the stick represents behind the beat, and the front of the stick represents ahead of the beat. If we constantly play behind the beat, our time will drag. If we constantly play in the front of the beat, our time will rush. If we play in the center of the beat, our time will be consistent and our sound will be much more impactful. Because when we play in the center of the beat, we get a chance to line up with all the other waveforms that are playing on the center of the beat. And as a drummer, it is our job to stay on the center of the beat. If our beat is centered, then other musicians can afford to play more behind, can afford to play more in the front. It's if a bass player is playing a little bit behind the beat and you're playing in the center, that this gap right here creates pocket. And when you play that way consistently and don't shift, but you play right where you are and play right where the bass player is consistently with good time, then the feel will be great, the feel will be consistent, your pocket will be evident, and the time will be good. Okay, so, playing in the front of the beat is like this. Notice how I'm hitting everything before the beat starts. Okay, hitting behind the beat sounds like this. Okay, it's going to drag. Hitting in the center of the beat sounds like this. Hitting in the center sounds like this. Next, let's revisit some brush strokes. So, this is called circles. And if you ever need, you can always get a magazine or a piece of newspaper and use it as a snare for your brush practice in the hotel room. It's what I do all the time. So, I'm doing concentric circles in opposite directions, like this. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Another good brush technique is playing one circle in the left hand, going clockwise, and then 2 and 4 are going to be at the southeastern tip of the snare head, and 1 and 3 is going to be at the north. So final brush technique which I want to show involves sweeping in the left hand down and up, so creating a straight eighth note feel. Then we're going to do the same tipping technique in the right hand, top to bottom, north and southeast. Here we go. Okay, this next thing is about physical health. This is about preserving your back and preserving your neck. Sometimes when we're sitting at the drum seat, we drop something. It is a natural tendency to want to stay in your seated position and reach like this to go grab something while you're seated in your throne. And granted, I'm sitting in a chair right now, so I'm seated a lot lower. The thing that I just dropped is a little bit closer to me. In a realistic situation, I'd be seated a little bit higher. I'd be seated in a drum throne. Wouldn't be nearly as much butt support, and I'd still have to go and reach for something. Now, what's really important is that when I reach for this, that I don't sit in one place and then try and grab it. I must stand up, rotate my body, and then bend with my knees to go pick it up, and then set it down. One of the tendencies that we have as drummers is to take a shortcut physically because we're seated, and usually because we're behind a bunch of gear. We take some shortcuts in how we reach for things and grab things, and I'm telling you that it is in this moment that you can hurt yourself some of the most bad. It is when you drop something from a seated position and decide not to stand up, bend with your knees and pick it up, okay? That's another thing. We never lift with our back, okay? So I'm gonna pick up this pillow again. This is an absolute do not to pick up this pillow, okay? You don't do that. When you have to pick up a pillow or pick up anything, you have to do it like this. Knees first, back straight, pick it up, ascend slowly. Again, not this, but this. Okay? Same thing when you're sitting. If you drop something, stand up, turn that direction, and grab it. Do not sit in this position and grab it, because chances are, whatever you're grabbing, whether it's your backpack or a pedal or some sticks, if it has any weight to it, there's a chance that the opposite side of your back could get strained. Super important stuff. Let's talk about some other drumming essentials. These are some things that are often not talked about. Water. Make sure that you have as much water on the road or on your gig or on that road trip or at practice, because water and hydration are some of the key pillars to success. I always say when I'm on the road, I can be exhausted, I can be starving, but I cannot be dehydrated. If I'm dehydrated, then the show's over for me. Everybody's body works different, but I'm just letting you know how important it is to have as much water as possible. Don't run out of it. Next, change of clothes. Always bring a change of clothes with you. You never know when you're going to sweat out your existing clothes, and you may have to go in under air conditioning, go out into the cold, or just be around people. It's always going to be a better look if you show up with a great pre-show outfit on, your show outfit, and at least one t-shirt change and boxer change at the end of the night. So I usually go to the show in something casual, something that looks nice, so that if I run into the client, they're gonna feel like I'm showing up respectfully. And then I wear my show clothes, which is not what I showed up to the gig in. And then after the show, if I'm sweaty, then I change my boxers and change my t-shirt. Very important things. You don't wanna be sitting around in soggy boxers and a soggy t-shirt. Make sure that you keep yourself dry. Make sure that you have certain things like neosporin or talcum powder and or colloidal silver or coconut oil. Any of these ointments to help with a cut, with a burn, with a rash. These are things that are not uncommon for drummers, and instead of being ashamed about that or instead of being embarrassed about it, we just need to talk about it. So these are some really important, helpful road tips. Don't forget to lift with your knees. Don't forget to stand up and rotate when you drop something to pick it up. Don't forget to bring a change of clothes. And don't forget your water. I want to revisit this concept here that's called performance equals potential minus self-interference. What does that mean to you? To me, it means that your potential for performing at the greatest level that you can is only inhibited by your self-interference. When I'm engaged in a professional musical situation, I always try and mitigate the amount of stress, the amount of fogginess, the amount of non-focus by ways of being prepared, knowing where I'm going, researching the route to the venue, bringing the right clothes, knowing the music better than anybody. These are things that can help me be prepared, and they can mitigate the interference that could potentially creep up in a professional situation, thus increasing my potential to perform. So what am I saying here? Preparation is absolutely key. Being prepared is the single most successful thing that you can do to be prepared and to be a success. Being prepared and knowing all the music. So what am I saying? Being prepared is essential. Being prepared by having the right clothes, by knowing where you're going, by knowing the music is better than anybody, is the only way to mitigate the self-interference. So make sure that you're prepared. Make sure that you're asking the right questions. Make sure that you're tripling back on the information. Make sure that you know this music better than anybody, because as drummers, particularly, it is us who must know the music better than anybody. We are the proverbial conductor of the orchestra. We are the leader. Even if there is a band leader, our time feel and our pocket speaks such volumes on stage as a leadership tool that we need to understand that that's how we're being listened to and perceived. As conductors, as leaders, the drummer, the internal clock of the band, is the reason why people dance or don't dance. And that falls on us. So this responsibility requires a lot of preparation, which allows us to perform at our greatest potential. Hope that you've gained so much from this particular semester. Studying with you is a tremendous honor for me. I appreciate everybody that's tapped in. I appreciate NGO Radio Terra. I appreciate all my friends in Brazil. Thank you so much for making this special for us educators. Remember, we're also students at the same time, so any feedback that you have would be greatly helpful. Thank you so much to NGO Radio Terra for having us, and we'll see you next